All right, my lovely friends, here I am back to do my last post-market wrap-up for this lovely week. I'm happy this week is over. I want to talk about that. Friday, September 28th, 2018. So let's start off with the basics. You know how I like to do that. Stocks finished at the flat line today despite an epic attempt to prop up that bond market and keep stocks moving higher. Could you only imagine what would have happened if the bond market were allowed to just dictate fair value? I mean, it's incredible. However, the U.S. 10-year yield crept up during the day, finishing at about 3.05. Came up a little from this morning, 3.03. It's still a humongous move in just 2 days. Now, again, I would not be surprised here. There's a lot of stuff going on to see the 10-year yield drop back below 3. The financial sector is not going to like this. If you noticed, since the Fed made their big announcement on Wednesday that they were going to hike rates, the entire financial sector went down. It's incredible. So that's huge. Why is that huge? The financial sector, as you all know, is the largest sector of them all. Now, I am not saying again that this market's going to melt down or anything, because I still firmly believe that everything that you can dream about and things you can't even dream about are going to be done to try to keep stocks moving up, like suppressing rates from here until tomorrow. Central banks buying up stocks. They do have their own trading desks. I mean, this is not real. None of it is real. It's incredible. But I'll tell you what was very, very interesting to me today. The dollar did put on a significant gain. Regardless of that, silver and gold finished higher. In a real market, this would be extremely bullish for metals. We'll see how this plays out moving forward, because we have seen and witnessed a crime. That's the only other way I can put it. In progress now for years with regard to gold and silver, how they are rigged by the major banks. Again, please take a second of your time and look up the London Gold Fix if you don't believe me. The derivatives markets, the derivatives on top of derivatives, all the fakery that's going on. This, again, what I really want people to understand, and I've spoken about this like a gazillion times, and you will never hear this from the Confederacies, all the freaking zombies on the Confederacy of dunces. And I'm not just talking about CNBC. What I want to know is how any of them could sit there with their smiling faces talking about the markets, any aspect of it, any asset whatsoever, when the debt market is completely rigged by world central banks now for over an entire decade. They know, believe me, I know some of them for a fact are aware of this, some might not be, some are just probably just too dumb. But the truth of the matter is, everything derives its value from the debt market. If the debt market is fake, this is common knowledge. This is not something we're speculating on. We all know that world central banks have been artificially suppressing rates. You know, this accommodative monetary policy, quantitative easing, printing cash out of thin air to buy debt. I mean, this is what's really going on. This is true, to keep rates where they are. Because understand, in a real market, if the debt market were allowed to determine the real value of debt? How many of you out here believe the 10-year yield would be 3.05 right now? Nobody is smart enough to know what the actual yield would be if this were a real free market. So if the debt market is not real, how can the price of any asset whatsoever be real? Understand? But again, the smiling faces over there on the COD, all the CODs, you just got to sit there and go, wow. But it is what it is. Now, here's the other thing I want to say real quick. Last Sunday, I had said specifically that the most likely scenario for this week was that we would finish the week higher. That did not come true. Okay. It happens from time to time. But if you follow those segments I do, markets a look ahead, I mean, I am right more than 7 out of 10 times with regard to the direction of this market. And I'll tell you another thing that was surprising to me, and this is a first. The lovely gauge that I have on my website was wrong for the first time ever since it's been on my page. It was saying buy. Market was a buy. Stocks finished lower for the week. Okay. We'll see what happens coming into next week. So guess what? You know, you can't always rely on that gauge. You gotta look. This is honestly a stock picker's market. You all know. And I posted every single one of my positions on my social networks, on Steemit. I'm not trading in indexes anymore. I am picking individual stocks, credit spreads exclusively. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So anyway, I was a little surprised about that gauge not being right. First time ever since it's been up there. I guess I can't hold that against it, you know. Even the gauge can be wrong once in a while. All right, so look, I will be doing my markets a look ahead segment on Sunday. You all know that. So it's Friday, and you know what I'm going to leave you with, people, because all of this, we got to put it all behind us and remember the 3 most important things in this guy's book right here. Love each other, care for each other, and be charitable. It's just so important. I don't even know what else to say about that. So, with that said, my absolutely lovely, beautiful friends that I love, it's the truth. I will see you Sunday, and it's going to be lovely.